award did you Craig, shut the fuck up. What award did you go to where the reward was ice cream?
Oh, wait, it
Uh,
doesn't say me. Okay, Miho joined the recording now. Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
the Granute War.
Okay, for the dear audience, Miho was in the shitter. So, hello to the second episode of our lovely, the most loved and beloved show, Vintage Hero Talk. I'm a little
Will
bit
this be
sick
the
today.
last one?
I
We'll
hope
find out.
so. uh,
Guys,
yeah,
stay till the end.
so
It's gonna get heated.
yeah, this so like we watched Comrade Files and Delta's color really brought up a heated debate that we will be
No,
See,
discussing
this
no,
is
today.
no,
this
no, no.
this
Do
season.
not bring it up. We do
I
not
can't
need to
even
go through this
fight.
again.
Yeah, so I'm sick. Miho likes balls, and Bowie is recovering
Hey,
from
kill
a.
yourself.
Bowie's recovering from. Don't say that. So rude. Bowie's
I
recovering
tried to
from
catch a
wisdom
bullet
tooth.
in my teeth.
Wasn't very
What?
bodies, was it?
It's less like how it ended up and more just the execution of the trick that I need to work on.
Yeah. For
Uh,
those who didn't get the joke, Bowie got their wisdom tooth removed. So.
all 4 of them in one.
Yeah.
All 4 of them. I don't know why, but we did that. But
I had no.
but they did it.
Wait,
It
okay, we
wasn't
didn't
like I
even
had much of a
introduce.
say.
Okay, we didn't even introduce ourselves. Okay, but we go. You know, like let's
Uh,
just start the weekly. Yeah.
I'm Bowie Kaiser Nice Dice. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, fuck you.
Yeah, Miho, go.
Sorry.
I'm Miho at Tigre on Twitter. I have my ice cream. I'm just chilling. I like to play and draw.
Yeah. Uh,
Kai?
yeah. And then there is me, Kaiman. Slide a comment on Twitter, Daily Tokusatsu Backshots. You know, the professor, a full time. Welcome to my channel, and we will be
Your
talking
channel.
about my channel.
Our channel.
Man, shut the fuck up, buddy. Ugh.
Dudes be like, I'm such a socialist until it's time to impact them.
Oh god! Oh god!
I mean, in socialism, there is a leader, so.
Much to think about.
Anyways.
This vexes me.
This
This
vexes
makes
me.
more grenade bites. Okay, so we're already fucking around. Great stuff. So, SHD, we watched SHD. We're a bit late because our Boy was recovering from a wisdom tooth stuff. They're still in pain, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't get no final
little bit
form
better.
or anything.
yeah.
Bro unlocked the super form. No final form yet.
Not even this shit a hyper battle form, I'm gonna be honest.
Damn.
Okay. So, what do we think of Gav?
I think this episode was very much like I think a good palate cleanser. Because
Yeah.
there's
Oh,
so
yeah,
much
definitely.
been going on with like Honto and stuff in the beginning of the new arc. And I think we kind of just needed like this. It is the ending was really good. This stuff with Camelo and Lakia and all that stuff, and like the fucking ending of like bros will be bros. I love it. Or with the
Yeah.
preview.
Yeah.
But this is very much like just like a breather, fun episode with some plot relevance, but kind of just like this is here, and it's that's not saying it like it's a bad thing. It's more or less just saying it like we
This is just
needed
how it
this type
is.
of episode now
Yeah.
instead of where it's like we're at the 40 mark and there's still unresolved stuff in motion. It's just like, all right, Shoma goes to China. It's like,
All right. You know, a bunch of shit happening, like the
yeah,
horrors, Hunto, not getting a day to breathe again, Shoma, going through the horrors,
I thought it
Lakia.
was pretty chill, honestly, lately. I don't. Yeah, after Frappe, he is pretty chill. It's okay.
did you see how the fuck ass Granny Lakia treated him this episode? That shit was evil.
No, he deserved it. Okay, do we have to run back the scene? Come on now. That scene of like, bro, that scene of Lakia fucking like throwing that shit to his face, quite literally, and show like in what we see, was really good. Okay, wait, sorry, I just saw a tweet. This dude wants to be used so bad. Hold on, check your DMs, bro. What the fuck?
We're real professional here. What the fuck? Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, hold on. Okay, let's continue.
Editor
What?
Bowie, if I care enough, I'll put the tweet up. If I don't, just audio listeners, just try and imagine the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life, but something that you'd be like okay with me liking. So not like so fucked up that it's like, oh wow, Bowie sucks, but it's like I wouldn't want any other person to like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like. Never mind. I shouldn't make that comparison. Okay, moving on. Moving on. God, we really need to get a high budget editor so we can say whatever and get it edited out. Um. So, yeah, good. Like that was pretty good. I don't have too much to say. It was a pretty chill episode with like always just kind of like build up the things. I really
Oh, yeah.
enjoy the butlers. The butlers have like a really good design. I really like their fighting style of like being so clean and proper. And prop hunt. Sorry,
Prop hunt.
proper
Why are you
prop
talking
hunt.
about?
Look,
Oh,
proper
okay,
prop
okay.
hunt. Yeah.
Okay,
Dopant.
I got you.
Dope.
Dopant. Cyclone.
Joker.
As long as the earth is still here, we'll be.
Oh no. Okay. So someone
But yeah.
might come in and tell
Um.
me to shut up in a second. So just so you guys know.
Oh no.
That's Craig, guys. Don't worry.
Craig, my dear mother.
Yeah, that's Craig.
Dude, we're fucking around so much this episode. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, I just don't have too much to say because I feel like anyone who's seen the episode, just like there's not too much to say about the episode in
Mhm.
general when it comes to like critical thinking. Because like, yeah, they're setting things up. I enjoyed
Yeah.
like the reveal, the cinematography in this episode, especially when it came to that the reveal with Lakia's brother's killer thing was really
Yeah.
good.
It is really good.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
Also-
I'm really excited for the next episode. It's like I said this last week. It's just like I'm just more excited for like the next episode than than the current one always because like it's just they just keep putting out more
Yeah,
and more
they
and
just
more.
keep going. Like, oh, they just
Yeah.
keep going and going and going. Where it's like, oh, yeah, this episode was pretty good. Oh my god, the next episode.
Yeah, like, it always just goes
You
like
know?
that, which is great. Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
the like the parent trap part of the episode. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, I like
I
the
really
slapstick comedy. Like, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting a whole ass cactus to like appear.
Oh,
There's a
the
lot of
cactus
stuff I
was so
kind of
good.
I
expected.
still can't believe they shoved that up his actor's ass. Like,
Yeah. They were like, he was like,
Yeah, I
this
can't
is my
believe that
secret
happened.
to actually crying on command. I always walk with a cactus up my ass. You guys can find this in the production notes.
Exactly.
it's
Just
actually in
I
the
gotta
interview that we
scroll.
conducted that we haven't posted yet. We're waiting to
Yeah,
get more clout.
yeah, in the Patreon, in our Patreon, you guys can find it.
Just have to scroll through
Mhm.
all those backshot photos.
Yeah, I'm planning on opening like a different place for my backshots, but the fans love it.
Do we even have fans?
Yeah, man. We are biggest fans.
My mom, my number one supporter.
It's like that one fucking scene, not scene,
I
one that
mean,
one fucking clip in like COD videos. That's just like, bro hits a clip and bro's like, "Mom, come check this out."
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Honestly, I think our number one supporter is Craig. You know, Craig's
True,
been here.
true. Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Craig. We always appreciate Craig.
Exactly.
Unpaid workers are very important to capitalism. So I think we're done with Gav. Do you guys have anything else to say?
I like the silliness of like them and Happy Pate trying to get out of the contraption.
Oh yeah, the humor of this episode, it's really
I want
nice.
to know where the fuck Sachika got like a stick of dynamite from. Like that's what I've been wondering.
Yeah,
How does she get some of this shit? Is what I'm wondering. I need to know more about her now. Please, go.
yeah. Man, yeah. Oh yeah. One thing I can say, I guess, is like there's been a lot of talks about this on Twitter too. Oh man, I really hope they start doing something with Sachika narrative wise. I really, 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 really need them to do something because like
Oh no.
Gab is like a 10 out of 10 show. Genuinely, nothing I could have any beef with. The only thing it lacks in is, of course, just writing of like Sachika. That is
Yeah.
so like disappointing. But we
That's like
still
the only thing
have,
that I feel like needs
yeah,
to be like worked on because other
we
than
still
that,
have,
like, I think
yeah,
Gap has been like really, really good. I just need to know more about her and like her background. 'Cause I feel like we know a lot about like everybody else. It's just that we don't know much about like Sachika, like before like Happy Pate and stuff.
yeah. I'm thinking maybe like the feedback on Rina was really bad. That like they made what's the name? They made Junko Komuro like not like allow like they didn't allow Junko Komuro to focus on Rina because like I generally can't think of any other reason that she wouldn't like she's not getting anything. Like she has a presence, she's doing things to always be like actively involved in the plot, but she doesn't really have anything going on right now, which sucks.
Yeah.
Uh yeah. I think that's it for the for Gav. So I think there's a lot more to say about Gozuja. What do you guys think?
Yes.
I think.
Um
Go ahead, Mia.
I enjoyed like little segments that we had with like Fire Candle and like Horeru, mainly regarding like their talk about
Yeah,
like being number one or like why do you want to be number one, and it's just like being like oh it's not necessarily like the act of like being a number one, but like the work that you put into it, which I think is really nice.
yeah. So I'm more about like, yeah, this is a choice you make yourself, and which is like why it's important that like even failing in itself is very important.
Yeah.
Like, well, you go on with what you wanted to say too.
Um, there. Yeah, this is recent enough. There's been tweets circulating about Sentai being too red focused, and I think people are worried that this is going to be the case with Go's user. And I don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is just the necessary stepping stone that we need right now, because we have to push Horuru further in his character development to push the others forward. It's like every single Sentai team member in a good Sentai show should be like chained together, where one pushes forward in their arc and brings others with them, and then it's kind of like a ladder motion, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Like, it should be like that, where like, oh, the development of what one character ends up like having like a big like dynamic or influence towards like the rest of the group, and then thus like the rest of the group develops along with them in like
yeah.
coinciding with like their stuff.
Yeah,
The
and it's a
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
No, no, go. Continue.
It's the type of thing where I think people are mostly upset about it because Wolf to Caliber didn't come out immediately, and so they needed hype and aura moments these past couple episodes because they need to start selling like mid or not mid second quarter toys. and they're doing it in a really good way. I mean, we haven't
Yeah,
talked much about like marketing and toy inclusion, but that hasn't really been a
yeah,
problem this SHT.
not at all. I
Um,
think the
Oh
way
yeah, not at
I
all.
sorry if you're gonna continue, Bowie.
yeah, it's just these were a really good set of episodes. I think Kororu's character arc is really good. I think Candler is a really good character. I think I'm most fascinated of them all. I can't wait until like the 40 episode mark where he dies and him and Horu have a moment on like let's see a bench. Um
Is this a Jetman reference?
yeah.
Okay, I was like,
But I don't have much to say. It's the issue with this superhero time, and we'll get into Omega. If you guys remember the last episode when I said I wish it was ass. Spoiler alert, bad news.
Um,
Um, the issue with this superhero time is it's so fucking good that I feel like I'm stepping over myself in what I'm saying. Where it's the type of thing where you have to watch it and enjoy it yourself, and if you don't enjoy it, you're stupid, but the world's your oyster. Um, and if you do, you're like, okay, I get it. It, it's very difficult to pinpoint the exacts of what's good in these episodes and what's
yeah,
bad.
yeah, for sure. I think what is really intriguing in this episode was how all of those characters react, like how like rest of the Bazookas basically reacted to Cool. Because I think one thing that always like that like obviously connects them together is how they're all outcasts, or how they're all someone who had something taken from them in some sort of way. Rather be it like their freedom or their youth or their fame or their sister, or like their way of life, like fame in like fuck Blue's case, his sister in Black's case, from what we know, like fucking freedom in uh Yellow's case, and youth in Green's case, because we do know there's something going on with Green on his childhood, because you don't just grow up to be like that. And so
yeah,
I'm really
definitely.
excited, and so like seeing that thing about how them getting mad and like saying he's gonna dictate everything for Hoero, and them getting mad at that is a really good display of that. Say like, and I think it plays a lot more into what I said last episode, where it's just more so about like this idea of how your parents always dictate, like parents dictating your path for you and all of that stuff, which I think is going to be like a very prominent theme in this with certain characters, especially
Yeah.
Kuon, I'd assume, because I think Kuon being a lot older than Hoero is going to play a lot into this, being like, yes, so I'm like, with Kuon being like, I'm really late into my life cycle, I can't chase my dreams anymore, and this is why I'm the way I am. And I think that's gonna be like the reveal of what's gonna happen with like Hoero and Kon, and like that's gonna be like the end point of them, and which is probably gonna be like the second turning point for Hoero, where it is, like this is basically like kind of like the start of his arc in a way, like end of like it's like it was like the end of the beginning basically, and now this is like we're gonna see like journey take like Horu's the real Horu, like being himself, is gonna take on this journey, and I think it's gonna be very interesting. Like I'm really excited for a lot of the dynamics.
Oh yeah. I'm really
Yeah,
excited for like the dynamics going forward too.
yeah.
And
Oh
also
man,
how Hotaru will grow and change
yeah.
throughout it.
I can't speak. I am really curious about if he is going to change or if he's not, because it's like, does he need to change at this point in the story? Is what I really think about.
Yeah. I don't think he'll change that much. It's just that like he'll be
Yeah,
like more
like I
open
said, like I think
to
the one
like
change he'll
people.
have is like gonna be, like when Kwon eventually dies. I hope he dies. Um, and so yeah, I think that's my thoughts on was usual for the day. Oh yeah, but what was I gonna say? I think the idea of like because Hoyle wasn't so like sure of himself and his own wish that he didn't get his own weapon, and then finally him quote unquote getting a power up is actually technically him reaching base form, which I think was a genius way to pull it off. Um, yeah. So that is my thoughts on Kozuja.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Oh,
really like that they ended up doing that. With like his weapon, because like
yeah.
in a way he was like Sumino in that aspect, and then he like managed to like break through it as well.
Yeah. Oh man. It was just beautiful storytelling and a really good way to introduce a toy. I will say, you're right, Bowie. Uh it is very like was how do you say it? The fucking red centric arguments. I think the red centric arguments are stupid because well no, not that they're stupid, but I think red centric shows do exist easily.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Oh yeah,
we know
definitely.
this. And non-red centric shows also exist. We know this.
but the superior Sentai that aren't red focused definitely have a really
Oh
good way
yeah,
of
like you
of
could
writing characters.
of course there's like this idea of like red focused, right? Where it's just like of course the reds are the leads of this show by structure, by nature, of course. But there's this idea of like, yes, the protagonist gets the most story, but that doesn't mean you should be neglecting every other character. That's what red focus means. Like, if a red is like basically like the center stone of a Sentai, I think that's bad, personally. Because the
Yeah,
idea of like an
because
obvious center stone being is like not really too small.
yeah, especially with like the whole idea and like whole like structure of like Super Sentai in itself is basically
Yeah.
like team focused.
Yeah.
And like it's supposed to be the dynamics between like all the characters together, rather than like it's like centered, or like has been like stoned in with like the red, or like one character in particular, over
Yeah.
like all of them having like their own focus in like projection.
Yeah. It's
That's
just
what I liked about this
yeah.
episode, and the difference is the fact that it wasn't like any other member of the Gozujers was like, "Haru, bro, this isn't you," or it's just like, "You can be more." It was characters of his own little subset section of the world, Candler and Kuon being the two opposing sides that push him forward. It wasn't the Gozujers characters being as narrative devices to push Haru forward. It was other people affecting him, thus impacting him in a team sense, an overall, which I think was very really well done. And I'm not saying that like no character arc in Sentai should be like two characters, one pushing the other forward in their arc, but I think uh, for the baby steps phases of Sentai, like the first couple does batch dozen episodes. I think it's important for the each character to have their own little
Yeah.
subsection and push that forward rather than just like your only reason for existence is to be on this team and you're only the only people you know, unless it works in the narrative. Kaku
Yeah.
Ranger, um,
I think like
are your friends.
yeah, yeah. It's like Time Ranger, I think, is a really good example. I don't think that show is red centric at all. Yeah, the story does start with him, but the thing is, all of them matter the same amount. It's not like he's like the only person who can like do it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
definitely.
that's what it means by like being red centric. Because like if only the red is the chosen one, let's say that is red centrism. Like Kyuranger, Kyuranger is red centric. We know this. Like
Yeah,
yeah, obviously.
and I
Lupa,
think a lot
oof.
of
Lupa is like
yeah.
on it. Like, sorry, my
I
beef
think a
with
lot of
Lupa.
people.
Hey,
forget the idea of an audience surrogate versus the the sole main character of a show.
yeah,
Because there's
because
a
like
lot of cases where the Red's the first, like, person we see, and it's like he's the quote unquote latest member of this
yeah,
group. But that's just because we can't be thrown into the world we don't know.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Like we
like
do
pillars
need
of
like at least like
storytelling.
one like person to like introduce us to this
Yeah,
world. It doesn't mean that necessarily like though they're the main character in a sense. It's just like, oh, storytelling wise, you need like a character that like, oh, introduces you to the world and everything else.
yeah, precisely. Like I did say this on my greatest account, Hercules. God fucking knows who's gonna request. But like what people mean by red centric is like red only powerful like an entire narrative itself, like centering around the red, which is like can happen, of course. Is it bad? I think depends on how the show actually goes about how this affects the other characters. Ninja, I don't think it's red centric because I think like the idea of like Takeru, was it Takeru?
Uh,
No,
And a ninja?
yeah, Ninja
Taka
Red.
Yeah, it's
ha?
Takaru.
Okay. I was it, I'm wait.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure
Sorry,
it's
but I need to Takaharu.
Takaharu. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Takaharu.
Okay. Okay. I can confuse. Like I think Takaharu being like the leader also is like makes sense because he actively strives for it. He's actively someone who like wants to be the best ninja always, and it's just more so like, and that's how he pushes the team forward. Like being red centric exists, but it's not bad, or being not being red centric is not good either. It's just like it's just a story you want to tell, and if you
Yeah.
can make the other like, it's like if you're gonna have a like the red centricism just really depends on how much focus you put into the other characters. Is the
Yeah.
thing. It's like
And here's the
yeah,
greatest part.
yeah,
As well
If
as execution, I feel like
for sure.
yeah,
execution of like, oh, how you go about it, and like, oh, whether it affects everything else, as in like, oh, the rest of the team.
the
Yeah,
greatest part about all this is, and I doubt anybody watching, because you guys are all amazing. Love you. We kiss the ground you walk on, unless it's dirty and stinky. Um, but the people who are like, I hate red centric Sentai. Good news. There's 50 years worth of other shows that are probably more up your alley. And if there aren't, go watch like fucking Godot or something, man. I don't know what you want.
go with
Like,
France 5.
this
That's
is
gonna go crazy. Yeah, like I do. There's also, of course, the idea of like, how do I say it? You can't make a fucking like team-based show without having an obvious leader or like an obvious like focus, like bias in it. Let's say bias, because like we said it before. Like that's how storytelling works. Like That's it.
yeah.
Like unless you're Agito, but even in Agito, there's like obvious shoichi bias. Like because he's the main writer. Okay. Okay, so I think we're done with Toku Talk for the time being. Oh yeah,
Well,
Omega.
no. Yeah.
Omega.
Omega, Omega,
Yes,
Omega, Omega.
Ultraman Omega, baby. Paspo
I'm
was a
really excited.
fucking idiot.
Truth, Nuke, dude.
Truth,
Truth,
Supernova.
Truth. Moonlight Butterfly. Like fuck. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Omega looks really good.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks really good. I love the way that like the human host looks. Like, oh my god, welcome back. Um Early
Agul.
Heisei. Welcome back, Early
Agul.
Heisei with that haircut.
Agul.
And also
Agul.
Agul.
Yeah, thank you. um. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I think it looks good. Yeah, I don't. We don't have too much to say because it's just gonna be like it's gonna be a classic Ultraman. I hope with like some
Yeah,
really nice twist to it. One thing I'll say,
yeah.
I did kind of miss like the mysterious Ultraman MC stuff. So I'm glad we're getting that back.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Like I loved it. Like I loved seeing like, all the mysteriousness behind like Ultras and like Nexus, for example. You know?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
And also, we're getting an Amnesiac for like a
Yeah.
protagonist, which I feel like hasn't
Just like
happened in
Ultra
like a
7X,
long
baby.
while.
Just like
I
Ultra
was just
7X.
that's what I was gonna be
Got you.
like. We here at VHT definitely didn't follow the leak cycle of Omega, but while we were not doing that, we were definitely like, oh, this is new gen Nexus, like 100%. This sounds so goated. But then I saw some of this stuff, and I'm like, they're just doing Ultra 7X, but for like a wider population. And to some people, that's like alarms going off in their head. To me, that is I am their day one. Ultra 7X is
anyone
like
anyone hating
hide
on
for
Ultra
Nexus.
7X, yeah, like anyone hating on Ultra 7X is a fucking loser. I'll tell you now. Like that show, peak. I watched 3 episodes. But like, it's so good.
I need to strap Kai back up to the electric chair.
Man, you don't even
But
hop on anymore. We still haven't finished the no. We're on the last episode. Come on.
That's true. You two are on the last episode.
I forgot.
Lock in, bro. Lock in.
Okay.
But Omega
yeah.
looks amazing. The Riser, oh my god,
Oh
that
my
Riser's
is
fucking
god, the
beautiful.
sick.
riser is wonderful. The transformation device is wonderful. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think
I think it'll
we're in
be
for a
really
real
nice and
treat.
cold.
Okay, one at a time. Bowie.
I think we're in for a real treat. I think the
Yeah.
past couple Ultraman shows haven't been my cup of tea. I know a lot of people love Arc. I know a lot of people love Blazer. I started both. I didn't mind the first couple episodes, and I'll probably continue them at some point. But they're just not for me. Decker, I haven't watched it yet. Trigger,
Okay,
Zed was pretty good.
A really funny story actually. Bowie and I hopped on being like, we're gonna finish Trigger in 1 day, bro. Yeah. And then we got 12 episodes. We started crying and then we stopped.
It wasn't even like a thing where it's
That's
like
crazy. That's
because
crazy.
people are like 12 episodes is a long time to like watch stuff. We watched it in like 2 times speed. So it was a lot faster, but the show was so just Trigger. It was so itself that like I loved a lot of aspects of it. Like Bosco Gokai, that's my goat.
Ignis. Ignis, bro. I was talking about Ignis for for the record.
I called him Bosco Gokai the watched.
Yeah, that's Bosco Gokai. Yeah.
But I
What
love
is
his
vodka?
character a lot. I love
man.
some of the designs. Yuto from Den-O's actors in the movie, and that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
he
he's in
plays.
the movie?
Yeah.
He's a Dark Trigger, but not like
Oh.
proper Dark Trigger.
No, it's not.
He's
No,
like
that's Trigger Dog. Talk Triggers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See how
Stupid
fucking
ass.
annoying this show is.
What?
Well, I'll send a photo in. Fucking, oh, his name is Evil Trigger. Very inspiring.
Yeah, very
Oh, Evil
inspiring.
Trigger, dude.
Me when the trigger is evil.
Yeah.
Not ready
Okay,
to pull the trigger.
But
yeah.
yeah, Omega looks amazing.
Yeah, I do wonder. I do wonder if like people are gonna do like what it shows with like part of the gimmick of like the henshin device being like a necklace like it being tied to like a piece of like thread. I wonder if people are gonna do that or whether like you know the
It is
people
probably
making
gonna
the device
be.
itself are gonna do that because I would really like that. I would wear the shit out of that.
Yeah. Oh, that would be really cool. Oh man, yeah, I'm really excited. I don't have too much to say. Apparently, we're having like a very like underused. What the fuck? We're having a very underused writer come back, and I'm really excited for it. I love seeing new talents. New talents sounds fucking stupid because that's a grown ass man, but also like someone taking like the main stage who hasn't before. That's gonna be interesting. I
Yeah.
hope. God, I'm still wishing for like some like Ultraman X, Ultraman Ginga again, but we're never getting that again because
Yeah.
they actually have budget this time. Yeah,
my
Super
my
Riot
my
should go
issue
bankrupt again. Fuck.
retweet. My issue with Reiwa Ultraman, and this is coming from someone can flat out say Ultraman is my cup of tea, but compared to like Sentai and Rider, it's just there's not much of an act. I feel like entirety of Reiwa Ultraman feels the exact same. Like I'm sure they
Yeah.
aren't, but there is a vibe to them, and this is probably just me mostly talking from a production and like shooting standpoint and writing kinda. But that's probably because the same dude wrote like 50% of the shows. Um,
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. What was it? Was it Taguchi? Yeah, it was Taguchi, I
yeah,
think.
Taguchi.
Taguchi does write good shows, but yeah, it does get like a bit. The vibes are really the same a lot of the time. That's what I really miss, like Ginga and X. Fuck Ginga S. Ginga S does not exist. Fuck that show. Ginga like there was a lot of different vibes going on between like Ginga to X to Orb to Jeed to Rube. Like that's a really good lineup. Damn. Oh, and then we had yeah, and Ultraman ended there. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're we're obviously gonna keep up with it because now we're legally
Yeah.
obliged to. Um,
Yeah, we have like a legally binding contract, and like if we don't fulfill that, like we're gonna get saw trapped. You know, we're gonna
we
get.
bought a whole office for VHT. Um, but we did not read the
Yeah.
contract in full, and we kind of got fucked over there. So we kind of need to keep pumping stuff out.
Yeah, they're gonna kill us. They're
Yeah,
gonna kill
we
us.
have big things in mind. Jokes aside, we I hope I hope we'll be talking about more. Honestly, we should do more throughout the weeks.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a situation where I was just fucked on timing.
Yeah, it was just really unfortunate timing.
Yeah,
Like this episode would
I
have
mean
been
that's
out
fine.
sooner.
You know.
Yeah, but if it was out a
But
lot
I was
sooner, we wouldn't have
yeah
gotten to talk about Omega, so it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys thank Bowie in the comments for having its wisdom teeth pulled out and then be in pain for almost about a week now.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
basically dominoed effect into like Omega being announced finally. Like,
Yeah.
thank
true.
Bully for that, you know?
Oh man. Yeah. So, outside of Toku, do we have anything we want to say? So if we don't talk about Omega.
I mean, I've got nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have
Uh,
anything at the moment that I can think about.
Damn, you guys suck at this. So,
Kai's
No, no,
going on
no,
a
no.
date
I mean,
Sunday.
yeah. Okay. I mean, like,
Somebody needs to
I
get
don't
their
know.
balls shaved.
No,
okay,
that's crazy. That's crazy. I
we're
mean,
gonna keep
I
that
don't
in.
know. I don't know. I've been playing No More Heroes 3, but that's I feel like unrelated. You know,
Yeah, I
I've
kind
mean,
been
of
playing the
related,
fuck out
but
of
not
Binding of
related.
Isaac.
oh yeah. I haven't really been playing anything. I binged all of Turn 8 Gundam in 3 days. That was fun. God, Turn 8 Gundam is a really good show. I think everyone should watch it. Like everyone in their lifetime.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Generally, all I've been doing is watch shows. Job search has been going great.
For the VHT question of the week, which we're starting now, would you guys
Ooh.
let Turn A Gundam eat you out?
That's certainly a question.
VHD question of the week. Two. It's 2 questions per week. Which Gundam would you finger? Okay.
Bro,
It's okay. We're gonna check off the it's not for kids in the in the upload. It's okay.
bro.
Guys, my tokusatsu's not for kids, so this show's not for kids, guys. Don't worry. My walking advertisement.
Yeah,
of
there's
franchise.
gonna be like a big circle with like an arrow pointing towards like a little text on like the thumbnail saying not for kids.
Yeah, it's
You know?
okay.
Thumbnail's already made. I'm not adding.
You got me fucked up. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I built gun model kits. I built those actually like 2 weeks ago, but you know,
I mean,
I
it's
started
still
building.
good to mention it, you know?
Yeah, I built some model kits. Fuck, we're just content farming right now, bro. I
I'll be
was
playing with toys and stuff.
I mean, you
Oh.
did. You did ask us to continue. So like, we're just doing whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's like the epilogue. You know, I was drinking soda while we were recording. I think I burped into the mic once. I hope you guys like that.
Guys, comment how many times Kai burped down. I'm really farming for engagement.
Guys, let us know your PO box, and we will send you Professor Bagshots handmade Bagshot posters.
Make sure to include that social security number. Just
And your credit card, just in case.
yeah.
Yeah, with 3 numbers in the back. If you're American Express, 4 numbers in the front.
Damn,
You know.
wait, you giving bro, consider that too.
I mean, I just learned that there's 2 different ways for security codes on credit cards.
You didn't know? Oh,
I
dude.
didn't know, bro. I didn't know that because I was trying to do a payment for and I realized that I had to deal with my card, and then I didn't realize that for certain cards you have to do the 4 numbers in the front rather than the 3 numbers in the back.
Yeah. Oh man.
But that's
see,
because
yeah.
that's baby's first credit card, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, that is funny. Okay. Yeah,
How many people do
had
you
it.
think are watching at this point?
I don't know. I hope a lot of people. If you're watching this point, say hi in the comments.
Share this on Twitter. Oh, we should have done that at the beginning. Fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, no, we're not. If I could
Next
go
week,
back
baby.
time. If I could turn back time.
To the good old days.
Okay, so I
I
was
think
gonna
we need
say
to be shot.
we need to stop
Stop.
recording.
Probably.
Okay, wait. Let me say this. Okay, so I have a date this Sunday, and we will be recording
Balls
this
are not
Sunday.
currently unshaved.
Bro. Okay, so
We're gonna have a live stream of that, you know,
bro,
with
the ball
us
shaving?
and
Paid.
no,
Paid
not
live stream.
not that. I mean you going on the date, bro. You going on the
Aw,
date. We're gonna be
bummer.
we're gonna be little guys in your ears, and
Yeah.
somehow we're gonna get that
Yeah,
audio, and then you're gonna be walking around with a GoPro camera on your date, you know.
yeah, that's gonna be great. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go on a date on Sunday. If I think I hope we're gonna be recording Sunday or Monday, depending on how my D&D campaign pans out. And I'll update all of you, because I know my love life. Love life.
Love life. Ooh.
I know my love life is very interesting. So, okay, and I think with that we should just fucking end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye to you all. I hope you guys had a good time. And
Imagine if I just cut right while you're talking. Just
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right
I
in the
do that.
middle.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
5-minute pause.